Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders. Good election day evening, I should say. Welcome to my, where are we? 2491st edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Traders, it's election day, right? Tuesday, election evening. I hope you ran out to vote. Make sure you make your vote count. No matter who you vote for, just make it count. But here's what I'm thinking. Want my opinion? How the election's going to go? 685, and I don't know if that's the exact count, but somewhere near 685 seats are up for grabs between senators, congresspeople, governors, plus, without adding in, I should say, all the other what we're voting for today. We had a couple of amendments we're voting for. We had judges. Move all that off to the side. There's like 685 seats up for grabs, somewhere around there. I say tomorrow, welcome to America. We'll have 2 elected officials and 683 recounts. You'll see. That's what I'm expecting. Anyway, let's see what happens. Here's what I know for sure. The OMNI says continue to press the upside, short-term thinking, one day at a time. Continue to press the upside for trading on Wednesday. All right. The OMNI says that. When the OMNI says jump, I ask how high. I do not argue. So that is cool to know. Slightly longer term, the larger picture, resistance is just above, and I will show you those charts. So yes, OMNI says get long, buy a dip. When it runs up, take your profits. Slightly higher than that, though, in the profit-taking area, a lot of resistance up there in the NASDAQ, in the E-mini S&P, in the Dow. So we'll have to look at those charts, and we'll have to be very nimble with our trading tomorrow. A lot of what the market will do in the next couple of days and the next few weeks is literally hinging upon the outcome of the election, because what I've noticed from drilling down through data over the years is that for whatever reason, and forget about politics, this is just about market data, but for whatever reason, I've mined through a lot of data, and it looks like when Republicans gain power, the big funds tend to gear for the next couple of years for the upside. They trade that way. And when Democrats gain power or retain power, it seems to kind of go the other way, where they kind of gear for the downside. Now, that's not a definite, and it's not always, but it is the data I've gleaned from the last 4 or 5 elections. So that's what I've seen. Now, the charts are telling us, short term, they'll be arguing so we can stay long. Slightly longer term, when the arguments are over, we're going down. Now, I don't know that that's going to happen for sure. That's sort of mixing politics with analysis, and I don't do that. The chart for me tomorrow says buy the dips. I will buy the dips in the S&P, NASDAQ, if I can get a fill. Again, these charts, though, the longer-term charts, I don't know. We have to look at those. We have some hurdles to get above, no matter who gets elected. Here's what I will tell you. Yes, we're going to press for the upside. Absolutely. We're not going to fall in love with the upside. That remains valid. Do not forget that, okay? One day at a time here. The dollar drop has done what? It's awoken gold, baby. Yeah. The dollar has awoken gold. I'll show you that chart. And, we'll have to talk about euro in the next few days as well, if the dollar continues lower. Then, crypto traders, did you see it? Now, the day before, I just did a Metastock YouTube video, if you will. It was for Metastock and YouTube. And I showed this really big bear flag in Bitcoin and said, if it goes, who expected that? That was a ridiculous drop today. Did anyone see it? Number 4, Bitcoin. Did you see the bar today in Bitcoin? Something broke. Somebody fat-fingered. Something went wrong somewhere. You do not get a bar this big by accident. Somebody broke something somewhere. That seemed very fat-fingerish to me today. But Bitcoin dropped to like 1680s, 1675 area. All the way back up to 18 and change. It started higher than that earlier in the day, got to the 16s, back into the 18s. Somebody fat-fingered somewhere, I promise you. We'll read about it someday. Anyway, traders, remember there's a lot of risk in this game. Risk. Never trade without stops. Put your stops in first. OMNI campers, hooray. This is all week. You guys are showing up. You'll be here Thursday night. OMNI campers, read your emails. I've sent you some instructions. If you didn't get them, just contact me. I'll make sure you do. I've got you, I promise. You are in great hands. Wait till you see what's going to happen to you when you get to my camp. Let me not say any more. When you leave, you'll tell me how you feel about that. But this is going to be the best thing you campers have ever done. I'm very proud of you for coming out. Make sure you get into your rooms Thursday, get some dinner, have some rest, be ready for work Friday morning. All right, so traders, I've got some work to do. I want to show you these charts and get my butt out of here. Please subscribe to these videos, like and share them. Make sure that you know when I'm going to place a video on YouTube each night, you will get some sort of a message, an email. They'll let you know if you subscribe. And what else?
Hit the notification button.
Notify. Hit the notification buttons. All right, barring that, I'm putting out recommendations every day. They are doing well this year. We had another great month in October, and we hope to have a great month in November. Traders, before I show you the charts, I want to remind you this is a very, very nerve-wracking game. You cannot make emotional decisions. You've got to plan a trade and trade that plan. And I promise you, there are some OMNI campers coming out this weekend. That's exactly what I will teach them to do. After you do that, put those stops in first, and then say this to yourselves over and over again. And I hope by now you know what that is. I'm excited for the chart segment. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll, traders. Now let's go. Look at some charts. Traders, Election Day Tuesday. This video is for trading on Wednesday. That would be November 9th. And what do we have? Well, look back at the same chart you've been seeing recently, and especially when we hit up here, I want you to look at it. Right, down we go. We smack into that resistance line again. Down we go. Smack into that resistance line again. This time we come down and possibly put in a bear flag right here. And what do? Right back to the resistance line again. And maybe, just maybe, at the top of a bear flag. So, I don't know what that says about the election, but I say OMNI wants us to buy early, get out. That's what I'm going to do. And if we get above this hurdle, fantastic. But that's not quite the pattern yet. One thing we have going for us, big distance from this hit up here to this hit, right? Big distance in between that hit to this hit. Look at how short the distance goes here. So maybe it's knocking on the upside, and maybe it wants to go. We're going to find out soon enough. We will be buying dips on the record with our stops in first, and we'll see what happens. NASDAQ, same sort of thing. Here it starts, down, hits it. Real big space in between. Hits it again, but 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before it finally cracks. 6 times. Goes down, makes a hook, and what's it do? Hits it again. So we're at the same spot that it keeps failing every time, and maybe another weird-looking bear flag right there. So I'm going to, of course, take my OMNI to buy it first with my stop in, see where that goes. If we get above these red resistance lines that I've shown you in the last 2 charts, hooray. If not, there's a chance my stop's going to get hit. But that's what stops are for. We'll see what happens. Next, Dow Jones Transportation Average. Now, this guy got above something it doesn't generally get above. I mean, there's 3 more times behind this where it failed up here. Fails at the 100 bar moving average. Comes down, does its dance, gets above, and once it does, woof. The only thing that capped it off there was the 200 bar moving average. Once again, 200 bar. But then the 100 comes back in play, caps it off again, down we go. Now we've done this, and we are above that 100 bar moving average. When it gets above, it usually has a move. But this could be the top of a big bear flag, kids, just like in the other 2 I've shown you. They all ride together. They're all what they call sisters, right? Transportation, down, NASDAQ. So this could be a big bear flag right here. Now, we are above that 100. Now, I promise you the algorithms on Wall Street have taken notice to that. And this might not be a bear flag. We'll find out. but it looks like it sure could be one for now. Again, I'm going to be very nimble. That's the word of the day here. I'm going to be very nimble with my long trades, of course, with the stop in first. When I trade U.S. indices, this is our chart masterpiece for tonight's video. Let's move forward. Next, the dollar. Now check this out. Now this almighty dollar has kept us in great shape in the United States because yes, we feel inflation and you get some shrinkflation when you go to buy products in the supermarket. And we see the price of gas has gone up, but I'll tell you what, really barring the price of gas, Americans have not really felt inflation the way Europeans would have because you see the way our dollar's gone up, inflation's gone up, the price of things has gone up, and so too has our dollar. Well, if you were in Europe or just about any other country where their dollar or currency is not going up, and that's most countries, their currency is going down, 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 while inflation and the gas and everything else is going up. Much worse if you're in Europe or in most other countries than how we have felt it here in the U.S. However, all good things sometimes come to an end. This has held us in check for a long time, right? Holds us in check, this big channel. Along that channel is this beautiful average. It just hugs the channel and it hits every time dollar hits that. It bounces and it hits the channel line. We are below the channel and below the average, and this is as of Tuesday's close, Wednesday night, it's already on its way down. That, my friends, is different. That, it's all about the almighty dollar right now, and we haven't seen that sort of action in a while. For our sake, I hope it goes back up. For everybody else's sake, I hope it goes the other way. But I am from the U.S., so come on, go back up, sir. All right, next. That dollar drop, look what it did to gold. The exact opposite. This channel has kept gold in check for so long, we've given up on it practically, right? But look, hit, double bottom, really a triple bottom if you ask me. Gets above the average, and boom! Now, you can't just run out and buy gold yet. Keep your eyes peeled on it. That's the idea behind now, because we just seen what the dollar did. You keep your eyes peeled on gold, because if it stays out of this channel and the dollar continues down below its channel, we have a good chance of having a nice fat rally in gold and other metals. And if you ask me, go look at your platinum charts. I think this started in platinum before gold ever took notice to it. Platinum was the leader on this move so far. And then there is this. Bitcoin fans, look at this insane daily bar today. This is real. This is what happened to Bitcoin today. Ah! It was like falling off a cliff. It went all the way down, but it came back up and settled somewhere in here. I mean, it went all the way down. Now, looks like, wow, it's the end of the world. Now, this is kind of, blown up a little bit. It's Bitcoin up close, but that's a daily bar. But something did happen in Bitcoin today. And believe me, the 16s is a good area to be considering getting long Bitcoin. This happened today. Bitcoin hit that, went through, came back up, and went all the way back up into this area. And that's where it's kind of sitting now, somewhere right around here. So maybe we found ourselves a strong support line. Maybe the algorithms noticed it too. Maybe that's why it stopped right there. If you ask me, though, that's some stupid fat finger. Somebody did something stupid there. Something broke. Something's not right. Usually Bitcoin trades in size bars like these, right? That's not right. Come on now. It's just not right. Something's broken there. Anyway, this is a perfect example of why never trade without stops. What do you think that would have cost you if you bought it here as a day trade and didn't have a stop in today? Right? Make sure you always trade with stops. Traders, that's it for tonight. Good luck trading out there. Please join me in my free live trading room at livewithoscar.com.